BBC Asian Network. Ashanti Omkar.
Right here in the studio at BBC Asian Network is Sachin Shankor Mannath. Welcome.
Hi.
Now, you are no stranger to the show. I've been playing your music for quite a while now.
Yes. You have played 2 of my tracks. Actually.
There you go. 2 of your tracks and many more to come, because at the moment you've been recording your album in London.
Yes.
And, so much has been going on with this album.
Yes.
We're very excited about it. But before we hear more about the album, let's talk about you. Mm-hmm. Singing has been your thing from which age?
I think I was introduced to singing at the age of 4.
4?
Yeah.
What type of singing did you start with?
Actually, there's a legendary music composer from Kerala, G. Devarajan. So he was our family friend, and he was a distant relative as well.
Wow.
So my father once took me to his house. He started playing the 7 notes in the harmonium, and he said, "Oh, this boy is talented." And he even wrote in his own handwriting and gave it to my father. And this guy becomes a big musician. Please tell my name, or please show this copy of the writing.
Seriously?
So that's the first time I was introduced into music.
Into music.
Yes.
And then you went on to take Carnatic music lessons.
Yes, I trained from a lot of people, including 3 main gurus. Varkala C.S. Jairam and Neyatingra Mohanachandran and Parashala Ponnamal.
Let's talk about your move to Chennai. Because where did you live in Kerala before you moved to Chennai?
I was in Trivandrum.
Right, so you were right at the heart of it all.
Yes, till 2009 I was in Trivandrum, and I did my engineering degree there.
Wow.
So I'm a double graduate.
Double? What's the other?
I did music degree for 4 years, then a master's degree as well in music.
Okay, so you're a triple, you're a double graduate and a single postgraduate.
Yes.
And the postgraduation, in fact, you did here in London.
Yes. Kingston University.
Wow, I mean that is amazing. And what? So let's actually talk about this, because you went into KM Music Conservatory that A.R. Rahman created, and you were one of the early batches.
Yes.
And
I was the second batch for the foundation course.
Course, right?
But for the degree course, I was the first batch.
You were the first batch.
And I was the first one to get the A.R. Rahman scholarship.
Wow.
From Middlesex University.
Right. So you came to Middlesex first.
Yes.
And you finished your degree here.
Yeah, degree, yeah.
And then you did your masters.
Yes.
At Kingston.
Yeah.
So you're almost a Londoner, really.
I was here for 3 years.
So now you are working on this album. This is an epic project, and you're working on it in the UK, because the UK has such a connect for you.
Yes.
Tell us about this album, because we're going to hear one of those tracks.
Yeah, sure. So I was thinking about making an album in the world music genre for a long time. So I never thought I have the experience to do that till now. So I thought this is the right time to do it. So I did 10 months of pre-production, composing and arranging every bit, every track of my album, and then replacing it with live musicians. So the concept was basically related to 3 things: the culture, the human factor that involves in every culture, which is common, and my personal life. So I wanted to connect these 3 things in my album, and I decided to think about this supercontinent that existed before, called the Gondwana. So I believe the world has to be a Gondwana again before it got split into 7 continents. So the album will have 7 tracks with different emotions that exist in all cultures.
Wow. And what we've chosen, obviously, is something from your own heartland. It's got Malayalam elements. I'm going to take this chance to dedicate this one to my dad.
Wow, great. Let me rain your skies of pain. Let me gain the grace of life, to have the breath and wind. Because do you know love is you? Let me wave your words of old. Let me know the blue of souls, to have the sea of smiles. Because do you know love is you?
Sachin Shankor Mannath, who has obviously showcased his amazing, amazing music time and time again, actually, which is amazing. In fact, you've performed all over the UK, haven't you?
Yes. When I was a student, I got a lot of chance to work with different people like Manoj Shiva. There was a tabla player. So he took me to a lot of places, and we performed in Central London many times, Derby, Southampton, I really don't remember the places.
And universities, a lot of universities you performed at.
Yes, I did at Kingston. I did a performance.
You have a connection to the Oscars through A.R. Rahman and Kutube Kripa, which you've been a part of. And tell us a little bit about this, because A.R. obviously is very busy with all his projects, including his own film project. And then he has trained a lot of you guys who have lots of talent to come about and do this. Tell us about that.
So Kutube Kripa is a group, it's an idea by A.R. Rahman sir to include the next generation talent in music composing and production. So he chooses people from KM Music Conservatory who has proved their talent and maybe has worked with him in some projects. So he has chosen a very, very small crowd. I mean, I would say 6 or 7 people exist in Kutube Kripa team actually. And when this movie came, Lake of Fire, so it was a Hollywood film directed by an Indian director, but completely done in US. So he didn't get the time to do it, so he gave it to Kutube Kripa, and I was part of that team. And I did one song and the background score. So the background score got selected in the final 80, I think.
Wow,
So,
to be shortlisted for the Oscars is a big deal.
Yes, actually we didn't know about it until Rahman sir himself emailed a screenshot of that to us saying, you guys got shortlisted. I'm like, oh, wow, great.
That is incredible. Now, it's nearly time for me to let you go, but I want you to sing for us because we've got to hear that glorious voice.
Okay. Sagama pani ni sa nagumo muganale ni na jali telisi nagumo muganale ni na jali telisi nanu brovarada Shri Raghuvarani nanu brovarada Shri Raghuvarani nagumo muganale
Oh, that was absolutely beautiful. Gosh, Averi, with the beam plus, you kind of juxtapose the two together.
Yeah, usually try to blend in with the music and stuff like that since we don't have...
You had an electronic Swaramandal there, which is wonderful. Sachin Shankor Mannath, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure.
What is